Sending out a strong message to Pakistan, India and the US told Pakistan to ensure that its territory is not used to launch cross-border terrorist strikes and to expeditiously bring to justice the perpetrators of 26/11 Mumbai and Pathankot attacks. Prime Minister Modi and President Trump also vowed to strengthen efforts to fight terrorism and eliminate safe havens for terrorists. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump struck a common note on terrorism, vowing to strengthen efforts to fight the scourge and eliminate safe havens for terrorists. In their joint statement, the two leaders also touched on trade, security, bilateral cooperation and instability in Afghanistan, among other issues. PM Modi termed his talks with Trump an important page in the history of India-US relationship. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met President Donald Trump at the White House. In a special gesture, Trump and the First Lady Melania came out on the south portico of the White House to receive Prime Minister Narendra Modi. PM Modi expressed gratitude for the warm welcome extended to him. He said the welcome extended to him was a welcome to 125 crore people of India. US President Donald Trump hails Prime Minister Narendra Modi's economic policy, including the GST and strong stance against corruption. Trump calls India the fastest growing economy in the world, calls PM Modi a dynamic personality and world leader on social media. The US has designated Syed Salahuddin, the head of the militant group Hizbul Mujahideen, as specially designated global terrorist, a move welcomed by India, which said it underlines quite strongly that both the countries face threat of terrorism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi leaves for Netherlands, the final leg of his three-nation tour, after concluding his visit to the US. In the US, PM Modi held talks with President Donald Trump, during which the two leaders vowed to strengthen cooperation on terror. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has asked Jammu and Kashmir to roll out GST from July, as failure to implement will lead to adverse impact of price rise and put local industry at a disadvantage. In a letter to Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti, Jaitley said the state has actively participated in the GST deliberation and should join the nationwide rollout on GST from July 1st. The Uttar Pradesh government will release its white paper as the government completes 100 days in office today. Chief Minister Adityanath Yogi will lead an event to highlight the 100 days performance of his government and the new plans and programs launched. In yet another incident of ceasefire violation, Pakistan Army again resorted to mortar shelling and firing along the LOC in Bhimber Gully sector of Rajouri district, targeting forward defence locations and civilian population. The shelling prompted an effective retaliation from the Indian troops. BJP President Amit Shah began his 110 days tour across the country from Puducherry on a massive campaign to strengthen the party at grassroots level. Shah interacted with various groups of people in Puducherry yesterday. Speaking at a function, he outlined the enviable achievements of the Modi government. The government has deferred implementation of tax deduction at source and tax collection at source provision under GST to ensure its smooth rollout from 1st of next month. Finance Minister in a statement said the decision to postpone the provision was taken in view of the feedback received from trade and industry. The US Supreme Court handed a victory to President Donald Trump by allowing his temporary bans on travelers from 6 Muslim-majority countries and all refugees to go into effect for people with no connection to the United States, while agreeing to hear his appeal in the closely watched legal fight. The Trump administration is poised to declare China among world's worst offender on human trafficking, putting the world's most populous country in the same category as North Korea, Zimbabwe and Syria. Other countries that have recently been on the list include Sudan, Iran and Haiti. In Britain, the Conservatives have reached an agreement with the Democratic Unionists, which will see the support Theresa May's minority government. The deal, which comes 2 weeks after the election resulted in a hung parliament, will see the 10 Democratic Unionist parties MPs back the Tories in the key Commons vote. In a move expected to further delay the implementation of the Lodha panel reforms, the BCCI has decided to form a committee for analysing how best and quickly the principal order of the Supreme Court can be executed. BCCI further informed that the Committee of Administration's members will not be part of the committee.